Yeah, fuck it. We'll just go early here. How the frick's everybody doing? Welcome in. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's just go live. Hi. How's everybody doing? Welcome in. I'm YL, as I'm sure y'all know. Probably just gonna bang out some more classic today. Hope everybody had a great freaking weekend. We didn't actually end up cooking too much over the weekend because we have so much freaking leftovers from Christmas, right? They're 32. Holy shit. I mean, I guess that makes sense. We've been kind of taking, you know, effectively took like 4 days off, so yeah. Ooh, we got some big fucking money in here. Nice. Puts us up to 12 and a half almost. Yeah, I don't really want to list that shit right now, but we can go shopping. If I remember right, let's see. Looks like our rings could use a little work, but those are usually pretty fucking steep. So we'll see what we can find for that. But I also need more thrown weapons, actually. So I need to remember to pick up. I just ran right by the guy that sells them. Alright, so we're 27. Plus 6 strength ring is not bad. I'd even say we might even just run double 6 strength rings then. Yeah, fuck it. What about neck? $10 freaking gold. Holy. Yeah, it's not worth. Low level necklaces are always crazy expensive. Join you in Fortnite? I do not. I don't play Fortnite. Trust you me, you don't want me to play Fortnite. Thank you for the offer though. I really do appreciate you popping in, but yeah, nah, I'm not a Fortniter. Let's see. That's what everybody's up to tonight. It's Fortnite. Yeah. No, I mean, really, right now, lately, it's just been, I mean, I haven't really been gaming much over the weekend. Except when I pop on Roblox with my daughter. But yeah, we did, I did sneak in a couple games of Dead by Daylight when she was in bed. I've been trying to play a bit of Survivor. Holy, am I hot garbage at Survivor? I mean, I'm pretty bad at the game in general, but at least there's like a bit of comfort zone on the, you know, playing killers that I know. But when it comes to the playing a Survivor, it's like, well, I'm back to the drawing board, right? Because there's like 40 fucking killers to learn. At least you tried. I'm sorry. I just... Not only would I have to install it, which would, you know, take a while because I'm streaming. Yeah, we got the D&D campaign coming up. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, that just that, and like I'm just not. I'm not a Fortnite player. When it comes to like streaming, it's, I don't know. So, some of the like more hardware intensive shooters certainly get very much punished by my setup. Hey, thank you for popping in, K-Hearts. I really appreciate you. What are we in range of now? I think we're still just short of RFK, right? Yeah, so we could do a, looks like a Black Fathom Deeps. Okay, we got the, we re-upped on thrown weapons. Yeah, I'll just start trying to put together a BFD group here. And there's nothing. Okay. Okay, let's create a listing for BFD. All right, so we looks like we got a healer already, and 1 DPS, maybe. Looks like a cat. They declined my group invite. Okay. I just gotta remember to hit the mailbox before we run to the dungeon. Nope. I don't see a mage. Are they an ALFG listing? They're just telling me like invite a mage in general. Like obviously, yeah. I mean, nope. Crazy that there's only there's like just healers in queue right now. Yeah, as a rule, I'm not bringing a DPS warrior. Good luck finding a spot in my group if you play DPS warrior. I mean, like for my friends, it's different, but for a pug, yeah, no. Like I said before, like we're basically doing this damn dungeon just for the sword. So why take a 50-50 on it when it's already like a 16% or some shit? There's a good variety of most things happening on the server. It's pretty good. It's not totally spammed out by bots. Kind of surprised there's well, actually, now that I think about it, with the big resurgence of Burning Crusade coming up here shortly, I can imagine the leveling services will start popping off again. It's got run double strength rings. Penis Gigantus. Alright, just clearing out the bags a little bit right quick. There's just 2 other healers in queue. What is this? A third healer hit the queue. Oh, jeez. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, they weren't even listed. They got that everybody heals build going on. Nope. Y'all can have them. It's a shame. If I was just a little higher level, we'd do RFK instead. But there's still a world where we walk out of here with a strike of the Hydra. This is crazy. We got 3 healers in the queue. No damage. Nobody's leveling damage, I guess. I bet you this name trolls the shit out of people. Because it's actually IOV. Because you can't have a lowercase letter at the beginning of a name. So, yeah. Most people, I'm sure, try to type this as Love Druid. It's actually Yov Druid. Another healer? What? 4 healers. We've gained another healer in the queue. I see in the LFG board actually does kind of color code a little bit because BFD and stocks are in range, and then this is gray. Actually, I'm gonna close this window in here. It's getting a little hot. Hold up. There we go. What is this queue? This is crazy. Where are they at? Oh, they're in Red Ridge? Yeah. Start DMing DPS. 3. Oh, it popped up in Dead Mines because Dead Murloc. Nope. Oh, fine. Why are people leveling as Resto? That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I would never level as Resto, even if I planned on like healing dungeons. There's a point where I might swap to Resto, like, you know, maybe in the 40s or something, but I don't see a need for it. Um, Early on, just gear really. You just need an int set. Maybe a hot take, but this shit, this like only healing mentality, that's so bad, man. These people, that's a bad player. That means, you know, I only want to push the heal button all dungeon. And the reality is, even if you're a dedicated 100% just, you know, just a healer, that's like, you only do as much healing as you need to, right? The smallest amount of healing to get you through the dungeon is the most efficient way, and beyond that, you should be doing damage. Like, honestly, especially in the earlier on dungeons, you can get by on these dungeons with just like 2 DPS druids throwing rejuves on the tank is probably more than enough healing. You know, like a DPS, like a priest that's DPSing, throwing up renews or whatever, is gonna be a massive chunk of the healing needed. So it's just not necessary. DPS priest? Sure, why not? These guys are gonna freak out. Another caster. This chick stole my look. The fuck? Right, 1 DPS. Man, it must be nice to be DPS leveling these days. You get into dungeons fast as fuck. I might even level a DPS character. One of the main drawbacks, one of the main reasons why I don't like leveling DPS is that I can't just spam dungeons the whole time. Normally the queues are so fucking punishing that it's not, you know, efficient. But seems like there's an overabundance of tanks and healers right now leveling through. Of course, this is just one day, won't absolutely use case, but you know. Nope. Go ahead and over. There we go, we got some AoE. Alright. We got a bit of a weird ass group, but it don't matter. You don't need crowd control for Black Bottom. Actually, do we have any quests in there? I gotta try and actually finish the fucking brainstem quest this time. I'm awful for loot quests. Like the blood red bandanas. I'll do dead mines like 6 times and somehow not have enough of the fucking bandanas or whatever. Or no, it's stocks. Who has time to click on sparklies when you're zooming, right? Yeah, so we're gonna end up waiting on the first person we invited anyway. Yeah, we're gonna end up being able to summon. Is that faster? If we do this. Nope. What I really need to invest in is actually some move speed boots. We're at that point. Somewhere in like your 20s or so on a character, you want to invest like 5 or 6 gold or whatever it costs and get you some boots with move speed on them. It's like, I think it's like 5 or 6%. It's not very much move speed, but how much time you spend in this game fucking traveling, getting move speed buff enchant on your boots early on will actually shave off hours and hours of time. I'm surprised he's not blinking. Oh, I do have the Astronaut flight pass. I think it's faster to run. I'm not actually sure if it's faster to run from Astronaut or Aberdeen. It's kind of like split in between the two. Oh. How is it still as fast as me? the hell? Still keeping pace with the gnome. Those things move fast as fuck. You figure that thing was keeping pace with me with hamstring up. That's crazy. Where's the gnome? Right here. Oh, did he get cooked? He's cooked. Either that or he's going a super long way around. Wait, did I? No. You know, one of the nicest things, BC drops, and I will get access to one of my favorite mounts in this expansion. At the very fucking end of it, right? The Swift Hawkstrider out of Magister's Terrace. Might be cooked. We got greedy. But yeah, Swift Hawkstrider is cool because it's like, it's just a good mount that you can get on any race, and it looks clean. You know, it looks good. Maybe? No? Okay, fine. Is this the Warlock? No, it's the Priest. Wait, didn't she start running before me? Alright, cross your fingers. This is the run right here. This is the run we get strike. Those last 3 runs, they didn't count. Yeah, they didn't count. What kind of a name is Diaper Fur? Makes me get that ABDL vibes. Alright, there's the Priest. Where is the Warlock? Still huffing. You guys seem to be missing a clicker. Is it that guy? I think he's AFK. There you go. Wakey, wakey. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, they're fine. Where, oh where has my Warlock gone? Oh, he's just got like a t-shirt on. This guy's just going to the pool today. He did pick up the staff out of Dead Mines. Not bad. So did Diaper. Their warlock came down here before summoning him. Not bad, we're all here. I guess this guy doesn't have the crystals quest. Are they sprinting? Oh, because it's pre-cleared. Nice. What are they doing? Just trying to let the group regroup up a little bit. Is that gonna hit us? I'm surprised the dwarf didn't pull aggro there. Alright, here we fucking go. Alright, they're gonna have to buff up and stuff. I'll put up a food buff, even though it's not a very big one. Don't I have silk? Yeah. Alright. Everybody's good on mana. Alright, there's the disarm. As long as I get the 2 centers on this guy, I should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Plenty of threat. Now we'll just white hit this guy. Never mind. Squeeze in some cheeky cleaves here. Let's see if we can get the group to go the right way. Get a big overpower. Nice. Ooh, we get one here too. This boss, we just save everything for Sunders. We get so little rage fighting him. Am I gonna get the 5th Sunder up? Nope, we finally did. $32 damage, execute. Put a symbol on my head here. Big execute, nice. Wait, why'd that switch? I am low on brass, but that's fine. I have 3 underwater breathing pots if it comes down to it. There we go. Pull him in. Okay. Is that a disarm up there? I demo shouted for a little threat. Oh. Where did what? Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how they pulled these, but alright. Ah, couldn't angle that. Wait, watching with a taunt, because we could drop this guy. Alright, we're good. We get an overpower? Nice. I mean, my unarmed damage is actually pretty solid because we're up to 125 skill and unarmed. They never expect my fists of fury. Very fast 5 Sunders. I keep hearing something. I'm messing with it. Alright. Hey Kitty Heather, welcome in. How you doing? This guy wanted to do... Alright, cool. Almost lost that one with the Nova there. Alright, we got him too. Nice. You're still sick? That sucks. I'm sorry. Isn't it? Yeah, here's the chest. Yo, Toph, how's it going? I'm doing pretty well, actually. It's been a nice day. You know, kids still have school, so I spent most of the day with her. And, yeah, gaming. What have you guys been up to? How'd your weekend go? Yeah, it's funny, we actually found a, what's basically a Dead by Daylight clone. I'm just trying to trade in Roblox, and she's been having a bunch of fun playing it, so we played that for a little while. But yeah, it's got a lot of the same fundamentals and like logic and stuff like that, so I think it's funny because she'll eventually, through playing that, end up being like, you know, a pretty solid Dead by Daylight player whenever she does get older, and she ends up wanting to play that game. Is there a straight streamer that mains Dead by Daylight? I don't main Dead by Daylight. I don't know. Thinking about it though, I think Hens is straight, right? I thought about it. Honestly, I'm kind of jealous of the people that do main Dead by Daylight content, because holy shit. I'm envious of how streamlined the content generation is for them. It's so fucking easy. Got that actually first, nice. Am I taking more after this? Yeah, absolutely. I'll be on we got at least 3 hours, I'd say, of streaming to do today. So I'll be pumping pumping this place until I get strike, and then we're gonna move up to Razorfen Kraul and start pumping that place for Corpse Harvester or whatever. Corpse Maker? Yeah, I think it's Corpse Maker. Do I work tonight? Yep. Stocks? Yeah, I could run stocks. It's good shit though, up to 22 already. Nice, man. Oh. But I pushed Fade. Why did I still have aggro? Yeah, stocks is fun. We can do some pretty quick clears in there. Hopefully this run right here I get my sword, and then I don't have to come back here ever again. Yeah, I mean, there's no worries. Katie Heather's been juicing the levels too. She's got that week and a half to per level up speed going on. And it's funny because you gave me shit the last time I said that, but now it's true. Ooh, big money. That's not even better. Isn't that a downgrade to staff? You're all the complaining you're coping. Your best friend's a retail Andy? Oh no. Surprised. I mean, I guess those people do have friends too out there. It's just surprising when you meet them, you know, face to face. From Ashenville to Ratchet. Oh man. That's not even the worst run. That's close to. That's close to. I think the worst run in the game though is dying as Alliance, trying to run down to RFK or RFD. like on a PvP server. Because if you die anywhere in the Barrens, it teleports you back up to like the north half of the Barrens. And you gotta run all the way back down again. SM's pretty bad for the amount of runs you do. Yeah, that is very true. I've been surprised that there aren't as many summon bots set up on this server. When I was last playing SOD, there was a lot of fucking summon bots set up everywhere. Because they make decent money, you know, even just with tips. I mean, of course, I never paid them, but there were people that did. Holy. I could take a nap while we wait. Oh. McScrooge? What do you mean? Like, I still haven't even taken down the Christmas decorations. I don't tip him a tank. That's not what I said. I don't tip bots no matter what class I'm playing. I've been paying for bots to exist on my servers through inflation for 10 years now. They can suck a dick. Yeah, the way I saw it, hey, they're finally a service they're giving back to the community for, you know, decades of ruining every economy on every server that's ever existed. So what was your friend's playing a mage, right? Or are you playing the mage? You're on priest and he's on... Oh, wow. Okay. Now, as a rule, I should need on this because it's a downgrade, right? That's the logic they set forth, yeah? Oh, we won it anyway. What the fuck? That's actually really nice. That's some fucking cheddar right there. Stupid people love buying that sword. Like me. Gotta run this out. Bro, come on. Yeah, when the whole party chases me down the hallway here, I can't line of sight pull this shit out. It's alright though. We'll just fight the whole fucking cave from here. Like... Oh, you gotta be kidding me, the renew tick. I should have seen the looking for group, the recruitment tab earlier today. I was sitting there trying to find DPS for this run. It was me, this priest healer in the queue, and then 4 healers. It took us like half an hour to find DPS. There was just fucking nobody damage-wise in the queue right now. I was like, damn, man, I should be leveling as a DPS class. They got it cushy right now. Like one of the main reasons why I don't like leveling as deeps is because we don't, you know, the queues suck ass. I mean, healers can just DPS. Shh. Yeah, you'll anger them. Yeah, I was literally saying that exact same shit earlier today. It's crazy that you get healers that come into your group that say that, oh, I'm a full healer. Guys, actually, I'm a full healer. I'm fully restoration spec, which means that I only know how to push the healing buttons. Like, bro, what the fuck are we talking? Like, for one, why are you full resto spec at level 22? For two, what the hell is what does full resto spec at level 22 even mean? You have like 5 talent points. Get over yourself. The real difference at this level is pretty purely gear. And it's massive copium when people say, I only heal. And I would go a step further. It's like, even, and you're honest about it, you're lazy. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. It is pure laziness. Because the reality is, a good healer does as little healing as possible. The best healers get you through the dungeon with as little healing as possible for the mana. As long as, if nobody died in your dungeon run, the healer did their job. So if that's the, you know, if it's as little healing as possible, then the rest of healing mana and time should go into damage, right? So the reality is, the marker of a good healer is actually how much damage they do. Then big 28. I'm one level away from moving to friggin' RFK. He's on to us. This guy's on to our shenanigans, guys. I mean, that's just always been the case, yeah. But, like, I healed for a while, too, to be fair. And what I realized is, yeah, it's like, shit. Especially going into Burning Crusade. Especially going into BC. This is an expansion. This is where the healers really start to fucking pump, I think. The healers finally get afforded opportunity to do a lot of wiggle. In certain spots. Certain dungeons crank. And you're like pre-charging hot, pre-healing big heals when you go into big packs. But, you know, this is the expansion where we get all the cool buttons. I missed that overpower. Yeah, especially as Druid. So the big thing I remember Druid healers getting cucked on, though, in this expansion is that a lot of the dungeons are indoors. And Karazhan largely counts as indoors too, right? And I remember that was the one beef we had with running Druid healer, was that a lot of their CC was, like, you know, because they can't root inside buildings. So, like, really they're limited to hibernate, which kind of it would minimize what packs they could do or they could be useful for. There are some places, though, that had hibernatable stuff. Beasts and Dragonkin, if I remember right. So, like, that was applicable some spots. Better than Rogue CC some spots. Because Rogue CC is fucking hot garbage in BC. You know, you're still relying on sap, and sap usually meant a dead rogue, unless it's a subtlety rogue. It's almost always a dead rogue, because if they're not subtlety in BC, they unstealth when they sap. And if they unstealth after they sap one mob, the other mobs are just gonna fucking kill them, right? Like... Yeah, I remember we brought a warlock and a rogue to most dungeons, and I hated having the rogue every single dungeon. Amazing for kicks. There are some spots where kicks are fucking valuable for sure. The warlock, we made do with a warlock, but I remember the only reason why warlock was, we managed to, like, we did alright with warlock was because our warlock was like the fucking goat. Like, he was a warlock that could confidently fear juggle 2 mobs, you know, while contributing DPS to a boss. You know, like, that level of multitasking on a warlock. If he wasn't the freaking goat, we probably wouldn't have ran a warlock. Because warlocks also got that problem where their CC is sus as fuck too. Are you gonna rely on seduce? Well, that succubus has probably like 67 HP or something, right? So if that succubus gets sneezed at by a mob, or what does happen a lot is like a cleave will hit a mob or a player near where the pet is or something like that, and the cleave will chain over to the succubus and one tap it. So like it's, you know, succubus using seduce is super volatile. Fear is a 6-second CC, so it's like, unless you're super actively chaining that, fear isn't very valuable either, right? So really you get down to a world where mage and hunter crowd controls end up being kind of the crutch of the expansion for a lot of spots. I'll tell you what, hardcore Burning Crusade drops, I don't think I would ever do a dungeon without a mage. At least one mage. You gotta, like, this expansion in particular, we get a lot of really beefy mob packs. There's a few dungeons in this expansion in particular that, where the mob pack size becomes an element that becomes a big problem, right? You look at like Shattered Halls, I think is one of the biggest culprits, but you'll have a mob pack that's like 6 elites, you know, 7 elites or whatever, 6 elites, and it's like, well, at that point you can't just face tank it usually, because you'll just take too much damage and die. The mobs burst too much. So you end up having to actively engage crowd control on some of the mob packs. And not just one use of crowd control either. Usually you gotta have a couple, right? This dungeon is taking so long because our damage is so low. But it's a chill run when, you know, the top damage DPS warrior kind of run, no big deal. Ah. Yeah, I did, I've never done BC as a healer. I've done it tanking and as DPS. Mostly tanking though. It's just the dungeons in this expansion. I really enjoy tanking them. And they're linear, they're familiar, they're fun. It's just great expansion. All the content. I was saying before, I feel like all the content in this expansion, outside of some parts of Serpent Shrine Cavern and some parts of Black Temple, is really good. I can get a 3 for here, why not? We got 2 centers on each one. Try burning down the healer. Squeeze in some cheeky cleaves. It disarmed me right as I went to go execute. Rip. Oh no, I disarmed. Oh. I think if I was gonna heal in BC though, I'd do it on a paladin. Because I healed Lich King on Holy Pally. Did Lich King basically like Nax Rammus, and then I ended up switching to Ret in Trial of the Grand Crusader, I want to say. Nah. Trying to get some big executes. They never go for the acolytes. I guess I could mark mobs. I always imagine people know the acolytes are the healers. They got the Healy staff. Trying to get white hits in. Get my rage up and pull these guys. Woo! Massive fucking damage right there. Get the cheeky overpower into a big cleave. You parried there. You bastard. Like, look at this damage. This is abysmal. No. No. Oh my god. Alright, well, here we go. I'm healing for aggro here. Yeah, see, they come right to me. Now I rage here. I'm gonna pop Retail, and then Thunderclap and spam some cleaves here. I don't know, our damage is really low for this. Is the health pot down? Yeah, we're actually gonna wipe here, it looks like. Jeez. This guy's still at full mana. Bro, what the fuck? This guy's actually just wanding. Alright, well. Yeah. Yeah, huge rip here. Oh, wow. Wait. Why didn't he just die? Dude, just die. What an idiot. Yeah, we have SS. He should have just died. I don't know what he's doing. Okay. And he'll run back to here, and then we're good. I say they should be reset. Eggy, welcome back. Nice to see you. Rocking that green helmet you got there. I like that. It's stylish. I'm so glad we didn't invite that fucking DPS warrior. Imagine I grabbed that DPS warrior and we didn't have a warlock for this run. Not only would we have taken another hour for the healer to get to the fucking dungeon, but we'd be running back right now. Not only did we get a warlock, but it's a good warlock. It's one that remembered to push the fucking soulstone button. I tried playing Warlock for a little bit on Season of Discovery. Holy shit, that was a mistake. Cool concept, the Warlock tank, but the execution of it was fucking awful. Like, we'll give you a class that's already starved for globals, like, you know, stick you in a spot where you're on the back foot constantly for threat. It just wasn't fun. They needed to buff Shadow Cleave a little bit. Because they give you, like, they make it so your Shadow Bolt turns into a little cleave, right? The whole premise is that's supposed to be like your Thunderclap. The only problem is that spell did like a third of the damage of Thunderclap. And Thunderclap already did fucking laughable damage. So you're like running around spamming Searing Pain on things, which has varying levels of scaling throughout the leveling process. Like in Dead Mines, it's pretty solid. By the time you get to stocks, though, that it's like the tickle beam. You're like tickle beaming things. Give me your basil thread, Gucci Gucci goo. I wanted to level as a warlock tank because that's one, you know, that I like leveling through all the dungeons and spamming dungeons to level, right? And I've done that for basically all the tanks. I've done it on Pally, I've done it on a warrior several times. I've done I haven't done it on a bear, to be fair. We also, you know, did it on Death Knight. Massive fan of the Blood Death Knight tank. I also have never played a monk or demon hunter. There's a world where I could see myself playing a monk, though. Like, tanking monk seems alright. But there's a lot to that class, too. I feel like that class is very, very similar to druid. The resist on the taunt there, alright. Let's hand out these sunders real quick. I'm like Oprah for sunders here. And you get a sunder. And you get a sunder. No, 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 no. Trying to burn down healers when you've got 2 DPS priests, a warlock, and an AFK DPS druid that's resto. These guys mind control, so this could be funny. Hello? There's a health pot here. Hello? What? The hell? What the fuck just happened? They say anything in party? No? Dipped on me? Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck these guys are doing. I thought my group was behind me. They decided to, take a quick smoke break, I suppose. Yeah, 4 candles, 100%. We're doing it here. We'd probably be here for half an hour waiting for the mobs to die. Well, that's the thing, though. It's like the other priest isn't even fucking healing. I would say it's like not a problem because, you know, we got double healers and they can just keep me up and I'll just tab sunder and keep everything on me. But even that's not working. Because this dude's just legit actually just wanding. Aw. I thought it was gonna get a mind control out. Yeah, the frost shock there sucks. This should be 3 or 4, I would say. Really? Isn't there another one right here? Yeah. Huh. Alright, let's get this third center here and we'll pull the next guy in. Maybe. A cheeky cleave should keep that Void Walker on me here. You going swimming? All right. Hey, have a good night. Wish I was going swimming. Shit. Only things for the only water around here is a freaking ice rink. Alright, let's do something like this. We just get everything. Putting the white hits on the Void Walkers, and then just sundering on the Shadow Mages. It's gonna be very cold, but that's by Aussie standards. Wish you luck. Absolutely. Thank you for popping in. Hopefully you have a lot of fun. That sounds exciting. I sundered. Ow. What's that doing? Hello. Gonna run up. And I'm asleep. Dispel? There we go. Nice, it wasn't even that long on the dispel there. It was only like 3 seconds. It's not bad. No. Dispel. There we go. And trash. Letting the Warlock get their mana back up since they're the only frickin' AoE. Wait, I gotta spin them around. Oh. Woo! Ah, it stunned me during that. Yeah, the chain stuns are why I didn't try and do 4 candles here. Because I wouldn't have been able to manage the mob pack with the chain stuns, and they 100% would have just let me die here. We still might not have the damage. Oh my gosh. We might have to do it like 1 by 1. Because they don't have the fucking damage to kill this shit. Try to kill this fucking servant at least. There we go. They managed to pull it together, wanding with all their might. It's like a Harry Potter tryout in here. Alright, moment of truth. Finally, we're on the boss that matters. Hello? This guy's actually AFK. This guy's like, oh, I'm AFK because I have a 9-year-old. Oh, my bad. Yeah, that you're the only. I didn't realize that this is the one. This is the person that has a kid that plays WoW. I didn't realize who I was speaking to here. There we go. I was like, come on, guys. I got 4 people in here, 3 people in here that can dispel the poison. Who's gonna do it? Step right on up. Who gets to play their class today? He's actually auto-attacking. Oh, that was a... What was that? That wasn't a rejuve. Holy shit, I can go home. Holy shit, we can go home. Freedom! Yeah. Freedom! RFK? Actually, I just... Oh, wait. Wait. Yeah. Because, Toph was gonna do, Toph was asking to do stocks, but he's gone. So, actually, yeah, I am free now. I can definitely do RFK. There we fucking go. We got the big juicer sword. This thing should hit like a fucking truck. Alright, now the big thing I need is... I want to get move speed on my boots. How is GZ sexual terms? Is this an innuendo I don't know about? That's a new one. I will allow GZing in my chat. Just try to clean up when you're done. What level are you? Shoot me a message and we'll get the... I'll start putting this group together. I'm so fucking happy to get the hell out of there. Oh, man. Hey, we finally got this. We got the sword. It took us 4 runs. That's about normal. And that'll keep us busy until we can get a big Papa axe at RFK here. The corpse maker. This thing actually hits like a fucking freight train comparatively. Like, genuine listing hits so much harder because it's so much slower. It's a 3.8 weapon. This is a 3.3. But it's still really good. Oh, I thought you were gonna come play. I thought you wanted to do a dungeon. You're 25. You can jump in. You want to? Are you not able to play? Yeah, that's what I thought. Like 2.8. Small radiant shard, aquamarine. Lesser nether. Where Where is my hearth at, actually? Deep water? Alright. I'm gonna get my ass back to, the real world. Now that we're done with BFD, we can get off this side of the fucking continent and basically never come back. Do I have good boots? I'm also going to update my boots. Try and get some at-level greens at least. Because we're going to be tied into these boots for a long fucking time, right? Since they're going to be enchanted. So I'll make sure I at least get something that's at my level. Ideally, there's some 29 blue boots that I'd love to get, but that's not really realistic, right? Doesn't it just list off world drops somewhere? Is it not a thing? Oh, it doesn't just have a world blues section? I think if I remember right, the Darkmoon Faire is coming back in town. Like what, one more time? Yeah, 6 days. So we're gonna get one more Darkmoon Faire before the pre-patch hits. Highly recommend if you want to make money. That's a good way right there. Farm up all the bullshit that people want for Darkmoon Faire tickets. Because a lot of people are going to be trying to get that shit done, you know, right before the expansion. I think I got like 40 of the small furry paws or whatever sitting in my bank right now. Looking for DPS for RFK. Nah, I'm not gonna DPS. Wait, what? It doesn't even list RFK? Why not? What the fuck? Aren't the bosses in here only like 29? Oh. Oh, maybe they'll let me in. Maybe they'll let me queue into it next level. Okay, so apparently I can't queue into RFK yet. That's weird. All right, boots. All right, these are really good. $280 fucking gold. Yeah. Okay. All right, so those are the boots. We'll just get some at level of the bear green boots, and that'll work. I wonder how expensive fiery weapon would be. It's not worth it. I don't have that much money. Golly. That's cool. It's a Grand Marshal Tier 3 Healing Paladin. With, yeah, the Nax shield. This is like best in slot. Alright, well, maybe not RFK then. Seems like RFK might be a little high level then. Which should probably mean that we'd be going back to BFD to run BFD again. I wonder how much EXP a stock's boost would be at 28. Curious what value it has for me, you know? Alright, let's get... Get this fucking boot enchanted. In Stormwind. Only nerds got a Stormwind. +5 weapon damage? That would be really good. You are not wrong. Wonder how steep that would be. I'll take a look at it. If it's only like 3 or 4 gold, then yeah, fuck yeah, I'll do that. But I gotta get Beast Slayer, so it's, you know, freaking red and it looks cool. Oh man, I do remember once upon a fucking time when people would get Beast Slayer just because getting a glow on your weapon was so fucking cool. Like back in the day. You're like, oh my freaking god, it's the Beast. He's got Beast Slayer on there. Look at how cool it looked. Some silly shit. Nowadays they're like, you don't have fiery on everything? Nerd. Like, obviously doing wrong. Like, what? Alright, sounds like we might be going back to BFD. We got a warlock in the guild that actually needs the quest. Shoo! Paladin just got this enchanted with Crusader, I'm assuming. Irendel? Yeah. I don't know anybody else that would unironically use this weapon. It looks cool. This is definitely one of those weapons where they were trying to do something here, right? Like, this is very clearly supposed to be a paladin weapon, right? Either a paladin weapon or a shaman weapon. They were trying to do something with this. But it's just like, at the end of the day, 20 int is just not a valuable stat on, you know, on a hybrid. On like a ret paladin or whatever. And spirit's even worse. If they'd fucked around and thrown like spell, I think when they reworked that weapon, they put spell damage on it, if I remember right. Let me check, see what the mats look like for +5 weapon damage. We might do that. I'm also 1 level away from potential corpse maker, so I don't know how valuable it would be to enchant this thing. No, oh, this guy's full T3. Yep. Everybody tier 3. I don't even know what to tip. Like 2G? If we a broke boy, we just say so, right? We'll do like a 1G. That's all I can do. 15% of my income, buddy. That's more than a healthy tip. Or 15% of my money, rather. Alright, cool. Got move speed. Let's get this person. They're already in a group. What? Somebody running you? My fit actually looks pretty solid. Like, actually, we looking pretty good on this fit. Look at that. It even mostly matches. It's crazy. Okay. So yeah, I guess a mage is now just running this person through BFD. Alright, we got a healer. I think I broke it. Yep. I have no idea why this happens, but for some reason, like, when you redo LFG. Seems to break it. Character looks cool, green iron set. That's the thing, is it's actually just the legs and the shoulders of the green iron set. But the chest and the gloves look like it kind of matches. At least the chest. The gloves are a little off, but the chest for sure. But yeah, it's so rare to have a Mog that actually kind of comes together. Sure, we'll get this Warlock here. Yeah, I'm just gonna poach this rogue right here out of their group. There it is. Yeah, he gave up his group and joined ours. Because the 29 rogue will be pretty nice. We'll actually have some fucking damage this time. We don't want another 4 healer incident. The tale of the 4 healer incident and the 4-hour Black Fathom Deeps. What class are you, Eggy? Is that how I'm supposed to say it? Is it Eggy? Like Dr. Robotnik? Are you Mr. Eggy? Or Mrs.? Or Mr. Mrs. is? We should get most of the way to 29, I would think, out of this run. We'll see. That's the hope. We can get most of the way up to 29 today, and then tomorrow, with any luck, I'll stream a little earlier tomorrow. Today I still had my daughter, because she's out of school, so we didn't go live until like, what, 5:30. But tomorrow I don't have her, so I'll be able to go live considerably earlier on in the day. Hopefully around, I'll say 3 o'clock? I don't want to be too adventurous with that, because I usually still, you know, got other stuff to do during the day. But yeah, I'll shoot for like 3 to 9 tomorrow. If we have anybody here that has not yet followed the YouTube or joined the Discord, please do, by the way. I want to say like 4 subscriptions away from 800 on YouTube, which is really fucking solid. And then, yeah, we just always get dumb yakking going on in the Discord. Usually on any days where I'm like, if I'm working on something before I go live, you know, if it's like a live at 4 day and it's 4 o'clock and I'm not live yet, I'll usually post in the Discord what's going on. And the most likely culprit of that is I'm just finishing editing a YouTube video. We have been trying to prioritize the YouTube channel and getting that all friggin' set up and, you know, established to where it's just constantly generating some viewership, which it's getting there. We're up to 115 videos on the channel and 800 subs. We haven't done as much on the YouTube this month. I'm kind of trying to get my myself situated on Twitch again as well, right? I'd love to get to where we're back to at least pulling in a little income from Twitch. That would be nice. Until we break past the $50 a month mark, they won't pay out, right? So hopefully we can get back to where we get at least a little bit of money out of this every month. That'd be sick. Bruh. The short jump? I don't think I make it. Maybe. The short jump? Oh, I get this. Yep, all day. Starts right about now. But yeah, we should be at a minimum live Monday through Thursday, 4 to 9 to 9:30 usually. And then the goal is that if I have any YouTube editing to do, hopefully I can get that done before stream each day. Like that's been the plan, is to try and do YouTube editing from like 1 p.m. until like 3 p.m. kind of deal. It just depends how much editing I have to do. Another group looking for DPS for BFD. I'm telling you, man, it's a struggle out here to find DPS in the late 20s. Everybody waiting for the boat. Holy shit. We got a peach ghost today. Haven't had one of these in a little bit. Things are so fucking good. Oh, he's flying. Yeah, there's no way he's running that fast. He's on a bird. He's also got rally cry. Fuck me. Fortunately, that's the healer. I gotta remember to pick up some more health pots when we go back by the auction house. Actually, I don't normally leave home without my health pots. That's sad. I know one nice thing for Burning Crusade for mages is I'm pretty sure the next they get the ability to summon full stacks, right? They get tables, don't they? I feel like they get tables. This I'll have to check on that, but I know that it makes this expansion it gets a lot easier for them to make water, which is like the big pain in the ass right now for mages, right? Making the level 55 water. And of course, nobody wants that piddly ass level 45 water. I was usually keeping both when I was healing or tanking as a protection paladin. I'd keep a stack. I'd keep like a bunch of level 45 water and the level 55 water. And then you just drink walk with the 45 water. You know, whenever you get drink walk ticks in, you do that with the 45 water, and then you use the 55 water for when you're actually properly sitting down. But then a lot of healers don't, like, I don't know, a lot of casters don't even drink walk. Spoiled. Play a prep pally for a little bit and see how that goes without drink walking. When I was tanking on a paladin, I shit you not, I'd be blowing through like fucking 60 water every dungeon. Because you're drinking you're chugging a water every global that you're free pretty much. And the more mana you dump, the more threat and the more damage you do, so you're trying to pump as much mana through a prot pally as possible. That's why, like, when I was tanking raid bosses on a prot pally, the most deadly thing that they could get me would be like a couple innervates. Because a couple of prot pal can turn mana into threat directly, so innervate's just a big ass boost of threat for the tank. That's right, we have to swing out here. I'll say the one thing I noticed about the the Dead by Daylight Roblox games. For one, there's a shitload of cheaters that play that shit. Like, there's a lot of cheaters in Roblox in general. It just doesn't matter the vast majority of the time, right? Because most games they're not competitive. Nobody cares that the dude's flying around the map doing whatever. It's like an obby or whatever. Doesn't matter. But for those kinds of maps, yeah, there was like if I had one dude that they were like hacking to be unhittable, and it was like I knew it was that they were cheating because they literally, there was one point where they stood still, completely still, and I walked up and swung like directly on them, so I knew it couldn't be like a hitbox or a lag kind of thing. It was just cheats. So there's a fair bit of cheaters on that platform. It's whatever. That, and there's no like law leaving punishment there. So it's a lot of survivors, the second they get hooked the first time, they just drop the game. Which is sad because it's genuinely that the Roblox version is way more survivor favored because it's a 5v1. You have an extra survivor, so like you could literally have you have a survivor for every generator you need to do. Combine that with the fact that the maps they probably don't even have half the pallets that a regular Dead by Daylight map does, even past the pallet density update. So it's like extremely survivor favored. But I've been having fun on that version of it because it's like, other than those like caveats, those little nuanced things, the rest of it's basically just Dead by Daylight except with different killers and different items, which is cool to like change it up a little bit. Yeah. All right. Posture check. Oh, there we go. Is that coming or? Oh my goodness. What's the healer AFK? There we go. You have way less fucking threat and rage issues here for sure. You can already tell a big difference with the new weapon. Nice. Looks like somebody else cleared the way. We have some some alliance virtue signaling going on here. Like, bro, you're on a PvE server. Shut up. All right, fucking A, let's do this thing. Music is so peaceful. Let's change it up to some booty shaking music. Move your booty. Put a symbol on my head here. We might get the Murloc. Yep. Gonna get rage off this guy for the turtle. This Warlock's doing some damage. Nice. Yeah, that boss sucks. 9,000 armor. Wow. Warlock already put up underwater breathing. Oopsie poopsie. Stuck to the floor. Nah. Oh, what the hell? So he's gonna face pull the Sea Witch there. Pulled up some rage here. Get this guy too. Got 2 centers on both of these guys, so I'm gonna bring in the next one. Healer's out of mana. Got that super late battle shout there. Alright. This guy does something crazy. See if the rogue chains the lightning here. Yep. I'm stuck Novad. Because if we could just burn her down, then killing these two Myrmidons is fast. There we go. We got 4 minutes of underwater breathing left. My unarmed's gotta be up to like 130 or so now, right? Let me see. $129, not bad. How did they get the book thing? That's not where the book is? I'm confused. Oh, it's on the other side, that's right. How do we get the crab? Somebody tab targeted. Let's get this guy. The 2 minutes left on underwater breathing should work out just fine. Just fine, rather. Guess we had to get one crab, right? I'm surprised we didn't get anything else in this room. Is there a world we only pull one mob? Wow. Ah. Guy's ambush, right? Yep. I was gonna say he ripped thread off asunder. There's only one thing a rogue can do to do that. A massive ambush. I actually pulled threat back with an unarmed auto attack. Parry. Miss. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is ugly. Not bad. Throw a lazy taunt right there. Yeah, it's fine. We're definitely chewing through this place a lot faster. Get this guy too. Oh, wow. He got the kick. Holy shit. They do exist. Very impressive. Well played. Yeah, I was trying to space this out because we don't, the healers are like 30% mana. But the DPS pulled it in. And I'm netted. Well. Run him to me? Run him to, or not. Oh, there we go. A little late, but that'll do. Oh, jeez. Why you should just let your tank pull, guys. It's really that easy. Oh yeah, I gotta get the fucking brain stems. Yeah, might be cooked. I'm very surprised I didn't get him. We're just gonna pull him. Oh, it disarmed me right as my overpower came up. That's brutal. Resisted the Nova, nice. Holy shit, that thing is so dead. Hmm? Ah. All right, moving right along in here. That's not good. Utah. Oh, jeez. Okay. That guy's got to be hitting some fucking crazy ambushes. It took 3 Sunders to pull threat back off of him there. That is a lot of threat. Yeah. They want to do old Sarah. Damn, he's all the way in here. This sucks. We might take a little damage bringing him out here. Oh. He fully evaded there. That's funny. This rogue's probably freaking out. Trash. Where is it? Easy. Let's see if they can do it. Oh, okay. Goon's got it. Oh, you found the spot. Yeah, there's a little bump right there. You got to get onto it. Oh. 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 Oh, jeez. Almost. Is it? There you go. Oh! He had it. Oh, there we go. He's up. There we go. Alright, too fun. My favorite part of the whole dungeon. That's like my favorite part of Wailing Caverns is the jump. I'm kind of lining the healer. It's not a big deal. It should be both. It's not? Thought I'd proxy this guy. Two senders right here and get you. We'll line that bolt because why not? Get this guy next and bring him on in. Pretty much the same routine every mob. Oh, until the healer pulls aggro. We'll have to run in now. There should be one more. It's interesting. Thought there'd be one more far. Yeah, there he is. Can you hit the Braziers before you beat the boss? You can too. Huh. And sleep. No. And sleep. I made him break his own sleep. GG, bitch. Do it again. Yo, the staff. Fucking A, nice. I think it's the first time we've seen that drop. Alright, well, to get some mana after this. Nice, the healer got the staff too. You love to see it. I'm giving the healer a second. Turtles? Little cheeky battle shout spam for threat there. That only works with the deep. The AoE is very slow. Because the threat generated by battle shouts, not much. But if you have enough rage to spam it every global, it will do some threat. And when you do have like 8 to 9 mobs like that, not a bad play sometimes. Watch, another fucking sword's gonna drop here and nobody's gonna be able to use it. Bruh. These things suck for doing this. I get that they're impatient, but these things suck for hanking multiple mobs. Because they spam stuns. Yeah. Gonna run right into boss while we have rage. Oh, okay, nice. There's nobody that can use it. Fucking A, GG's. It was a good run. So what's the deal with the random stinky dwarf that's hiding in the corpse in the cave? Ah, I see, okay. Yeah, I'm out of here. We all out of here. I don't think I have anything to turn in. Oh, I do an astronaut. What is that? Oh, nothing important. I do got the 3K turn in here. Give me a second here. I'm gonna take my hoodie off. Actually, fam, I gotta pee real quick. I'm gonna pee real quick. Give me like not even like 2 minutes. Give me like, yeah, 3 minutes. There, and I'll be our frickin' bee. Let me change the music. Come on, do the thing. There we go. Be right back. All right, I'm back. We are back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Like this. All right, so what do we do here? It's probably cooked. What training do I have? A shit ton? Yeah. Yeah, let's go get all this. And that'll pretty much be all my money. If I vendor all this shit, though, I'll be fine. The Elwean Special Olympics. That's right. The Elwean Special Olympics. It's pretty fitting that they misspelled the name of their guild. Hey, welcome back, Kitty. How was your nap? Or is that what you did? Or no, you said you went out. Your friend drove you around for a little bit and now you're taking a nap? Who make this? Ooh! Easy. Drive was nice. That's cool. Yeah, we got about... Shoot. Probably like 20-30 minutes left to stream here. Damn. Walking away without shield wall is rough. Yeah, just vendor some bullshit and I'll be fine. There we go. Been cooped up for about a week. Yeah, that's what you're saying. I've never had influenza, but I can imagine it sucks. You've been sick. Alright, this is taking me to Hillsbrad, so let's just hearse. Are you just now, like, able to go out into public? Like, are you outside of your, like, the problematic time frame kind of thing? You know what, guys? Let's do a react. I got a couple of y'all in here. You guys can watch it if you guys want. Watch a video, and let's do a react. That could be fun. And I don't really have enough time to do anything too productive in WoW, right? I got like 25-30 minutes. That's basically enough time to literally get out to where I would do something. You prefer game? Well, that sucks. It's like, that sucks. Yeah, we've been gaming for 3 hours. So yeah, there's VOD. I'm definitely gonna squeeze in a video here though, if we can react to a video. Let's see. What have we not reacted, or what have we reacted to? Yeah, you finally had energy today? Well, that's good. It means you're finally on the rebound, right? Finally getting better. Nah, I was looking at these, so Nux Taku has been doing, he's been reacting to these videos that talk about, Islam and, different things from the Quran and stuff like that. And it's been really, really freaking interesting. Now let's do...
Gentlemen!
Hold up. And female gentlemen. Where's the thing? Weird, it's already up. Is this the right browser? It is. Hey, we're doing this shit for keeps today. Alright, so this is Nux Taku, as people y'all fucking know. Dude's basically my Oshi, if that ever was a thing. We've been watching a lot of his content. This is a series he's doing right now where he's reacting to what's this guy's name? The fuck is his name?
What's the deal with Islam and dogs?
Raymond Ibrahim? Is this the original? Okay, I thought that the original channel name was something different. Yeah, because I thought it was something to the effect of, hold up. I feel like there's more than one channel then.
Okay, what does the
In the 21st
There
century.
it is. Apologetics Roadshow. This guy. There's the name of the channel. If any of you guys want to follow and subscribe, highly recommend. So he's been doing a deep dive where he talks about the Islam. He talks about the Quran. He shows a lot of the passages and the actual content inside of their Bible. And yeah, it's really interesting to see the shit that's in there, and what the things that they don't talk about, the things that they do talk about but lie about, and then just explaining why certain things about Muslims exist. Like, for example, the fact that Muslims hate dogs. Sure, you guys have noticed that. It's a very normal thing. They just fucking hate them. This video explains why Muslims hate dogs.
female gentlemen here on Nux Taku? Every single day we do lore.
Actually, hold up. I'm gonna make me just a little bit smaller over here. There we go. Perfect.
Today's lore is Islam lore. All lore, mostly fiction lore on this channel. I'm sure that'll offend somebody, but that's not how it's intended. That's what we're doing. So we are diving into more esoteric Islamic lore. Today, apparently, from Raymond Ibrahim, the queer origins of Muslims' hate for dogs. So let's go. I always wanted to know why Muslims hate dogs. All right, and I watch Hassan Piker shock that dog every single day. I know he hates
Shock my dog, I can't stop.
that bastard, but I just wanted to know why. So lock in, everybody. Let's see.
What's the deal with Islam and dogs?
Yeah.
If you've been paying any attention, surely you've come to suspect that Muslims simply don't like what is otherwise known as man's best friend.
And
That's
it's
just
weird.
an objective.
And it's weird because any, like, most faiths in the world have some kind of a caveat about dogs in particular, right? When you look at in Christianity, it's known that dogs can like bark. They'll bark and receive and sense evil spirits, if I remember right. And Judaism has a very similar sentiment where dogs are able to sense evil. So it's entirely in this faith that there is this distrust towards dogs, right?
Fact. That is just an objective fact.
I've already written about this phenomena over the years.
It is
Article
weird.
links in the description. But just in case you don't know about what I'm talking about, here are
No, they do hate dogs. Like, even in Turkey, they kill dogs, they drowned dogs. Bro, they don't like dogs. Look at Hassan Piker.
few
Okay,
news
sorry, guys.
clippings. In May 2025, just a few days ago,
Yeah, so for people that, you know, what do you mean they don't like dogs? They don't like, it's a very normal thing for them to just kill dogs overseas. In certain countries in the world, they don't treat them like animals like we do. They're not protected with, you know, people like PETA and stuff like that. They just fucking slaughter them. Not a big deal.
the Muslim owner of a dog rescue shelter in the UK called Save a Paw was arrested after the remains of 37 dead dogs were found at his premises.
This was in May. So this man was taking in dogs into a shelter, then killing them and burying them in the backyard.
Bro, what? Oh my god. Bro made a dog graveyard in his backyard. Oh my god.
Apparently, his scam was to take in the pets of owners who could no longer keep them on the promise that he would rehome them for a
And he
fee.
murdered
So
them.
yeah, he would pay the people, you know, pay to drop them off or pay to rehome them or whatever, and he would just off them and bury them in the backyard.
In January 2025, dogs were reported as
This
being
was,
slaughtered all
February?
throughout the streets of
Oh,
Morocco,
January.
with an
What?
estimated 3 million.
Yeah, here. 3 million dogs killed in Morocco. This was in January. So it's not like this is some old shit, you know? This isn't some old shit, you know, old, like, this is literally a few months ago. This is not that long ago.
Set to be exterminated.
3 million slaughtered dogs, bro. What are we doing? Look, I'm not saying that we should stop importing these people or anything, but that's something that I would say on my other channel, Nuxanor. Here we only cover lore.
As part of that Muslim nation's preparations to host the 2030 World Cup. In August of 2024, and in the words of Turkish journalist Uzey Bulut,
the Turkey
the dog
situation.
massacre law that the government of Turkey passed on July 30 is causing a
I'm sorry. What country is Hassan from again? Oh, right. Yikes. Not a good look.
rampage of cruelty by evil people in Turkey. Municipalities are now hunting down and massacring stray dogs, sometimes including pets loved and cared for, found in the neighborhoods of their
what?
owners. Horrifying news is coming not only from municipalities but also from private citizens. Those who hate dogs are poisoning, shooting, and even beheading dogs. Some are buried alive. In November 2022,
What is happening? I knew they didn't like dogs. I didn't know that it was.
What is it that there's like that study that people that abuse animals are almost 100% likely to be some kind of like a serial killer or some shit like that? I feel like that's what this is overseas. This is these people that have these sick fucking tendencies and, like, you know, sick fetishes or whatever, and they use dogs to enact those fucking fetishes because it's not punished over there.
This bad. Dog massacre law? What? Hassan Piker, you hearing about this? This is a law in Turkey.
and in the words of another local
imagine
journalist,
that.
the mayor of Hebron, a Palestinian
Fucking
city, offered
Palpatine Piker himself is from a country that massacres dogs on the regular. Who would have thought?
20 shekels to anyone who kills a dog in his city. Palestinians took to the streets, torturing and killing dozens of dogs. The report is accompanied by a picture of what appears to be Palestinian.
The fuck's a shekel? Hold on. That's $6. The mayor was offering a $6 bounty for anybody that killed a dog in the city.
Palestinians beating a dog with sticks. In July 2022, Iranian authorities raided dog shelters and
Savage.
slaughtered 1,700 dogs that were taken in as strays.
Dude, this is actual savagery. What the fuck?
According to the report, heart-wrenching footage showed a volunteer crying as she held the dogs. One can go on and on with similar stories, and they're in my articles, but I think you get the point.
Yeah.
In short, you may have heard that,
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
but in the Muslim world, they're exterminating them like vermin. Muslim hostility for dogs has even reached and is causing problems in the West. Reports of Muslim cab and Uber drivers in the USA, Europe, Canada, and Australia refusing to pick up blind passengers because they're accompanied by their seeing eye dogs
shot.
are immensely common, especially in that bastion of diversity and multiculturalism, the United Kingdom. In the UK, signs forbidding the presence of dogs are not uncommon in Muslim-heavy regions. Okay, so Muslim hate for dogs is a well-documented phenomenon.
Yeah, but why?
It's a very real thing. But where does it come from? As with all questions concerning what is and is not Islamic, we must turn to the religion's founder.
I'm not saying that it's an inferior culture or anything, but I am saying shock, 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 shock my dog, I can't stop.
Muhammad. It's no secret that, according to many authentic or Sahih hadiths, including the two most authentic of all, Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, he demonized, literally, and called for the killing of dogs.
Bro,
In the words of Sahih Muslim,
you're telling me in the actual religious faith, dog murder is part of the faith? What the actual fuck is happening? Dog murder is part of the faith? Bro.
number 1572, quote, Allah's messenger ordered us to kill dogs, and we carried
What? That's pretty straight up. Allah's messenger is Muhammad, right? Bro, what is happening? What are we doing? Dude, these lore dives are actually getting me shaken. This is insane.
out this order so thoroughly that we even killed the dog accompanying a woman from the desert.
Oh, that's-
He means the guard dog of an elderly widow. After this dog genocide went on for some time,
Well, you gotta be
mind
thorough.
This is before gunpowder, meaning the Prophet's followers zealously killed all these dogs with knives, stones, through strangulation, drowning, etc. After a while, Muhammad revised his command and limited the killings to just black dogs.
Well, let me get this straight. First
Ju-
of all,
just the
racist.
black dogs.
Second of all, wait, he changed his mind. I thought he was the word of God. Hold up. I thought the whole idea of Muhammad was that he was the super prophet.
This is a recurring theme, by the way, I've noticed. They sure change their mind about a lot of stuff in the Quran. Common thing, in fact. Like with this instance, first it was all dogs need to die, so they killed all the dogs. Then he amended it and said, oh, no, just the black dogs need to die. And then there's a further amendment onto this, if I remember right.
He was the one that was directly translating the word of God to the people. And he's just changing his mind on things.
Well, maybe he wasn't,
I'm
you
like-
know, I mean, maybe it was like he wasn't 100% sure, right? You gotta give him the benefit of the doubt, you know? He got the letter from God, and he was like, oh, shit, it says something about dogs here. Well, shit, I guess we'll, yep, guess we'll just kill them all.
I'm so confused, man. Like, dude, I'm really happy we're doing Islam lore, but this is wild.
The Sahih Muslim hadith continues, quote, Then Allah's messenger forbade their killing, and he said, You should kill the jet black dog with 2 spots above the eyes, for it is a devil. So far, so good. At least now we know where all the modern day
Killing black dogs, so that's better.
Muslim hostility for dogs comes from, the Muslim Prophet. Now, what's interesting, however, is if we put on our detective hats and piece together all the reasons as to why Muhammad hated dogs.
All right.
I direct your attention to Exhibit A, another Sahih Hadith. According to it, Gabriel, the angel, made an appointment with Muhammad. The angel said he'd visit Muhammad very late at a specific night.
I don't know, man. I'm really happy we're putting this on the Fiction Lore channel because this is wild, bro. What are we doing?
Muhammad waited and waited, but Gabriel never showed up, leaving the messenger of Allah most frustrated. The canonical hadith, narrated by one of Muhammad's wives, Aisha, is also found in Sahih Muslim.
This is the one. This is quoted by Muhammad's 6-year-old wife.
Depending on the version, either number 2104 or 5244. And it goes as follows.
Wait, I thought there was like a fundamental rule in Islam that the Bible's correct, right? I thought that was like a big thing, that the Bible was right, and Muhammad's just the newest prophet, but the Bible was right. Like, there are many sources where, from what I've heard, that the Quran specifically talks about how, like, why should Muhammad judge you if you have the Torah? The Torah should judge you. You know, like, there are multiple. I should do a deep dive into that too. But This
We
is
will.
literally changing the Bible. Like, literally directly changing the Bible. Like, God talks about how dogs should be rewarded for not barking when he gave the 10 commandments to the people. You know, like, we have verses like that in the Bible. And then what? God changed his mind when he was talking to Muhammad and told him to do a dog genocide, and then changed his mind again and it was a genocide specifically of black dogs. This is wild. Muhammad said that Abraham sacrificed Ishmael. No shot. Muhammad said that Abraham sacrificed Ishmael instead of Isaac in the binding of Isaac story. Bro, the New Testament changes a bit to the Old Testament. No, it does not.
No,
It does not. The New Testament does not change one word of the Old Testament.
That's actually one of the funny things is both the Quran and the the New Testament actually both state that the Torah is like infallible. It is the word of God and should be always referred to. So it's funny when it conflicts, you know, the things that they say conflict with the Torah, because there's other parts of the book that literally say follow the Torah.
In fact, it even says in multiple places in the New Testament that the Old Testament is still perfect. All right? That's not true. But this is a whole...
I mean, and it makes sense, right? Because Jesus would have gotten most of his, his ethics and his morals from Torah, right? Like he would have been a fucking a Torah carrying Jew. He would have practiced Jewish traditions.
Last different situation.
Keep in mind, Aisha is narrating, quote, Gabriel made an appointment to meet the messenger of Allah, but the hour came and he did not arrive. The prophet had a staff in his hand and he threw it down out of frustration and said, Allah and his messengers do not break their promises. Then looking around, he saw a small puppy beneath his bed.
No.
Ya Aisha, cried he, when did this dog enter? By Allah, squeaked the scared little girl. I don't know. So he ordered the dog out. Then Gabriel came and the messenger of Allah said, you promised me.
You think Gabriel... Stop. First of all, he called Aisha, his wife, a little girl.
Yeah.
Like,
we'll just skip over that little guy right there. He's calling his wife a little girl.
His wife a little girl. Okay? Like, I'm trying to make this as
we'll just skip that. We'll skip that part.
But okay, that's pretty fucked up. All right. Okay. Whew.
Yeah, we'll leave that part out.
Second. You're telling me the archangel was afraid to meet Muhammad? Right, so they appointed each other to meet at 2 p.m., okay? So 2 p.m. comes, the archangel doesn't show up, all right? So let's get this straight. The archangel doesn't show up at 2 p.m. because he was scared of a little puppy. So we'd rather be late and break his promise? No!
Me, and I sat waiting for you, but you did not come.
Yes.
Gabriel replied, it was the dog in your house that...
An archangel was scared of a puppy.
...prevented me. We do not enter a house that contains a dog. Okay, so according to this authentic hadith, which Muslims accept, Gabriel made an appointment to meet with Muhammad at night. But for whatever reason, the presence of a puppy prevented this almighty angel from entering Muhammad's abode. That, for starters, is rather strange behavior for an angel.
Yeah.
In the Bible, for instance, angels don't seem to be so scared of animals. For example, when Satan tempted Jesus in the desert for 40 days, Jesus, we learn, was, quote, with the wild animals and angels attended him. Mark 1:13.
Dude, there's infinite quotes. I mean, look,
There's
Balaam was riding a donkey and an angel was in his path and stopped him.
And it was a donkey. The donkey recognized that it was an angel first, right? Before, yeah. So like, there's other instances where angels have interacted with animals without any fear of them. It's just weird.
Many of these cases, like, come on, dude, what are we talking about? Like, this is insane.
Nor did the presence of flocks of sheep and other unclean farm animals prevent angels, literally the heavenly hosts, from appearing and proclaiming Christ's birth in their midst. Luke 2:8-20. There are many other examples, including from the Old Testament, such as Balaam's donkey, which interacts with and recognizes the presence of an angel before the human does.
Yeah, before. Yeah,
that's Numbers 22:21-35. So what is it that scared Gabriel from a puppy under Muhammad's bed?
That's a good question.
Could it be that the angel was afraid the dog would start barking if he approached the house, as dogs are wont to do, and therefore cause a scene, waking neighbors up at such an ungodly hour? Maybe if Gabriel wasn't Gabriel. And here is where the plot thickens. Enter Dihya al-Kalbi, exhibit number 2, a close companion of Muhammad and his junior by 22 years.
All right, very nice.
Not only do early
Interesting.
Islamic sources and hadith obsess over this man's unparalleled beauty, Dihya was the most gorgeous man I ever saw, even little Aisha once proclaimed, but apparently the angel Gabriel was in the
Interesting.
habit of taking on
Did Muhammad get cucked by Dihya al-Kalbi? Nah, that's crazy. Also, isn't a kalb a dog in Arabic?
So he
the
has
form of Dihya during his nighttime rendezvouses with Muhammad. Sound familiar? This comes out clear.
we'll leave out the Al Zoot for now, okay? Let's just not. We'll keep out we'll skip the. If you guys didn't watch the video about the Al Zoot, yeah, you should probably watch that. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah. So this extremely attractive man, was regularly making late night rendezvous, and was scared of a dog barking in the middle of the night, and waking up all the neighbors. Interesting.
Clearly in several authentic hadiths. Thus, according to another Sahih Muslim hadith, number 601, one night, while Muhammad was at the home of another of his wives, Salma, someone came a-visiting late at night.
Oh.
Taking a peek, she said, quote, "By Allah, this is none other than Dihya al-Kalbi."
Oh, really?
Wow.
Verbatim, I'm quoting the hadith.
guy.
When Muhammad returned, she inquired, "O Messenger of Allah, who was that?" To which Muhammad replied, "That was Gabriel, come bringing teachings of your religion."
So she said, "By Allah, this is none other than Dihya al-Kalbi." And then when she asked him about it, he responded, "Oh, no, no, no. That was the angel Gabriel." She's 6, mind you.
Okay, so let's put it all together and read, as it were, between the lines. And please keep in mind that, as with Al-Zut, the tall, naked black men who
Skip over the. We don't got time to get into the Al Zoot right now, right?
rode Muhammad during that other infamous night in the desert,
Yeah.
these are not my deductions or conclusions.
Yeah,
Rather,
I covered that one already.
I am,
Yeah,
once
it was
again,
hilarious.
sharing with you what is being said by ex-Muslims throughout
What's even better about that is there's another video where Muslims react to him talking about the story of the Al Zoot, and they try to discredit his story, or with it, like, one of the things they say to do it is like, well, obviously it couldn't mean that they were fucking him because 12 guys couldn't fuck him at the same time, and it says that they rode him all night, so obviously 12 guys can't ride one guy. Right? So that doesn't, like, obviously you're wrong. That can't be it. It's like, uh-huh.
the Arab world, their contentions against Islam. The claim has long been made that, as with Al-Zut, Muhammad had a homosexual relationship with Dihya al-Kalbi, this most beautiful of men. But because homosexuality was of course frowned upon by the Arabs of Muhammad's time, especially by anyone claiming to be a prophet of God, he and Dihya had to meet secretly, often in the night.
He had a 22-year younger than him, extremely attractive man making regular late-night rendezvous to his home?
So they came up with a plan. If anyone saw them together, Dihya would pretend to be Gabriel, on the notion that the apparently vain angel was desirous of taking on the handsome man's guise whenever manifesting in the flesh to meet with Muhammad.
Sure.
Why would he manifest as Al-Kalbi then? Like, why would he always manifest as Al-Kalbi? If he could literally be any, like, the most perfect human, attractive human, he just always happened to pick the form of the guy that's 22 years younger that happens to also be around Muhammad. Yeah, I don't know.
Of course, this begs the question,
I don't
why
know,
did
guys.
Gabriel take on an independent and even more handsome form
Exactly.
of a man?
Yeah,
Why
what the
did he
f-
always
That's a great
choose the
question.
already
He just
pre-existing
always picked
appearance
out.
of
He
Dihya?
just always picked out Kalbi.
Kinda makes
Yeah.
you wonder, no? What a rather convenient excuse whenever Muhammad's wives saw Dihya with the Prophet late at night in their homes. At any rate, now let's read.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's all coming together,
Oh
huh?
my god.
Yeah, it's all coming
No,
together.
no.
not like the
Stop.
Al-Zuts,
No,
so we'll
no.
maybe phrasing.
Wait. Don't, bro, stop. No. Every time Muhammad Al-Dafia, whatever his name, Kelbia, whatever his name is, would show up to the house, the wives would say, "What's he doing here again?" He would just be like, "Oh, that's Gabriel. He takes his form whenever he shows up at night. We have to have a private meeting." Stop, dude. Stop. This is the craziest twist of all time. I'm literally shocked. It's like this. Like, I'm not saying that this entire religion was created to hide that he was gay. But this is.
I'm not saying the whole religion was made for that. But
This is one of the craziest twists I've ever seen. Bro literally had a sexy man show up to his house at night a lot, which was
wait, was Al-Kalbi also black? Because like the Al-Zut were remarked they were known to be like dark black men. I wonder if Muhammad had a thing for black guys. That's what this is all about.
told his wives was Gabriel, the angel, who sometimes showed up late and scared of dogs for private This is crazy! I can't believe this is real. All those child wives, and he ended up just being gay. Allegedly gay. Bro, this is wild. So I thought that we were going to go down a different path. So actually, according to the Talmud, all right, that whenever the angel of death, which is Satan, according to Jewish lore, whenever the angel of death would show up or be around, dogs would bark.
Yep.
Like, dogs are have a supernatural sense for that kind of thing, and they bark when that stuff happens. So I thought that what the real angle we were going is the person that Muhammad was meeting was a demon, and demons are scared of dogs because demons would set off the dog alarm.
And it would also make sense that a demon would manipulate him into wanting to genocide other dogs, as other dogs would, that would be another move for evil, right? What better act as a demon, to enact evil into the world than tricking a man into slaughtering their, one way that they can be exposed through dogs, or one of the ways.
I thought that was more the direction we were going. But this is wild. This is holy moly. I'm in shock.
Return to and apply all this information to Aisha's important hadith about that little puppy dog. You will recall that she said Gabriel had made an appointment to meet Muhammad that night. However, no matter how long Muhammad waited, no angel appeared. Looking around, a visibly frustrated Muhammad espied a little dog in his house, which he promptly ordered Aisha to kick out. Having done so, Gabriel finally appeared, confirming that he refused to approach because a dog was in the house.
Right.
The meaning, as many ex and highly disaffected Muslims insist, should be plain enough. According to them, this late-night visitation by Gabriel was by none other than Dihya al-Kalbi. However, seeing that a dog had entered Muhammad's house, he refused to approach, lest the dog start barking, thereby creating a scene in the middle of the night, causing all the neighbors to wake up and come out see what's going on.
Yeah, why is this sexy naked man showing up at Muhammad's house? Yeah, what's going on there? That's pretty wild. I mean, he was able to convince his 6-year-old wife that it was an angel, but would it work on the neighbors?
Once Muhammad became aware of all this, he already suspected the puppy was the reason for his angel's delay, since he had it kicked out, and because the Prophet of Allah didn't want to encounter this problem ever again, and maybe even in a rage to avenge himself on those pesky barking animals, he ordered the ritual slaying of all dogs in Medina.
Oh my God.
How sad to think that this is the reason that, till this very day, nearly 14 centuries later, Muslims still hate and kill dogs. Without giving it any further thought, all that Muslims are taught is that angels won't enter homes with dogs, and that some dogs, such as black ones, are demon-possessed. So they despise and, as seen, kill them. If you don't believe me, consider the words of a fatwa on the highly respected Muslim website, Islam Q&A. It concludes by saying, quote, "We must ensure that Muslims continue to be averse to dogs, even in the midst of what the non-Muslims are used to doing, and what some Muslims have adopted of their habits."
Yeah, that doesn't sound like assimilating to Western civilization to me.
And Allah knows best. In other words, Muslims living in the West might assimilate and ease their stance towards dogs, and heaven forbid, even start liking them. No, he's saying, this fatwa, we must make sure they remain averse to dogs. Perhaps the saddest point of all is that because topics like this are politically incorrect
And the reality is the only reason why they're not killing our fucking dogs right now is because we'd kick their ass out of the country, right? That's the only thing stopping them. Make no mistake. This play on this little word play here. Oh, they're impure. If you're in the West, you're allowed to be averse to them, but you have to stay, keep your hatred towards them. They're always evil. They're extremely impure. You can normalize it around Westerners. So this is like him saying you can normalize it around Westerners, but yeah, we would just fucking kill them here, right?
Assimilating to
making them dogs. Perhaps the saddest point of all is that because topics like this are politically incorrect and cannot be acknowledged in the West, the West remains complicit in the abuse of dogs. According to a report titled, quote, U.S. spends millions to train bomb-sniffing dogs gifted to Arab countries that abuse them. Many of the nations that the U.S. gifts these highly trained dogs, which include Bahrain, Lebanon, Egypt, Indonesia, Morocco, and Syria, have well-documented records of abusing and
Kuwait, Afghanistan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. The list is way longer than that, my guy. Basically every country, for the most part, that we interacted with. I think Russia might be the only company or the only country that we sent dogs to that didn't probably kill them. Huh.
Dogs.
So you're telling me that the West is so woke? We're so woke. We're not allowed to acknowledge that some cultures might be inferior. All right? We are so woke that we are giving dogs as gifts to people that murder dogs. Are we in? What is happening? Those dogs are goners. They're goners.
Like vermin. Before closing,
I mean, this is a culture that in January they slaughtered, what was it, 14 million dogs? Wasn't that the number? I could pull it up again, but I'm pretty sure it was 14 million. Like, still going on today.
I did not point out that there is yet another interpretation behind Muhammad's animus for dogs, an even older and more diabolical one.
Oh shit.
According to this rendition, Gabriel was indeed an angel, but a fallen angel.
Oh my god,
Yep.
He's going with my theory. That's crazy. Yeah. So it states in the Talmud that dogs are known to bark when I think the example in the Talmud is like when the angel of death approaches. And the angel of death
actually in the Talmud, I believe it states the destroyer. They call it when the destroyer approaches the house. It's which is the angel of death, but yeah, when the destroyer approaches the house, the dog would bark. That's early on, in fact. I believe it's in Genesis. I had to look, but yeah, it's really early on.
Is, according to Judaism, the same guy as Satan. It's the same guy. That he has two jobs, I guess.
Yeah, the destroyer, the destroyer, Satan, the Grim Reaper, like it's all the same person in Judaism.
The reality is, I thought that the reason why he was kicking him out is because he was actually meeting up with a demon. He was meeting up with a fallen angel,
right?
As Christians say it. So this is wild, bro. So the dog senses evil. So they kick the dog out of the house, man.
I mean, the whole story just fits perfectly if it was in fact a fallen angel. Think about it. Because Muhammad could have been being manipulated himself by differing things, his own personal things, and then the fallen angel himself manipulating. I don't think that this is the most likely story. If we take everything that happens here and you look at it just for what happens on the outcome, you think about, like I said, who benefits most from convincing a man to enact a dog genocide? Well, in our in the Bible it says that dogs can sense evil and sense evil spirits. So that would be a very, very powerful act by a evil spirit to convince a man to slaughter, like I said, all the dogs that could find them. So I think this is the most likely story, honestly. And I think this story lends into what I believe caused a lot of the issues in that era and deceptions.
The dog would freak the shit out. Holy crap. I didn't know that. Yeah, it's in the Talmud, in Tractate Bava Kama, page 60, if you want to look it up specifically. But it's right there, yeah.
Demon, if not Satan himself.
Oh my god, that's literally my theory!
Hence why he feared and hated dogs, who, according to many world traditions, including if not especially Christian traditions, are known to see and bark at evil spirits lurking in the night.
Oh, I didn't know that was a Christian tradition too.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a Jewish.
Almost every other religion, fuck, even Hindus and pagans even praised like animals and animal spirits and things like this. It's literally just Islam that for some reason dogs are evil.
He, Satan, possessed his minion, Muhammad, into killing and teaching Muslims to kill man's best friend. The fact that Dihya al-Kalbi's last name, which signifies his...
Bro, I literally called that too! Kalbi sounds like dog. Kalb is dog in Arabic.
...tribe literally means the dog.
I didn't know that.
In a twisted way, almost validates this interpretation.
His name means the dog.
Anyway, now you know where Muslim animosity for dogs comes from.
There
that
it
was
is.
Potentially one of the craziest lore dives I've ever done in my life. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.
Wow.
That was something that's happened. Wow, that's wild. That's absolutely wild. Oh my god, let me know.
Obviously, y'all are already subscribed and liked and all that crap on Nux. Amazing video. I'm definitely gonna keep checking these out whenever they drop. We watch most of the stuff on here anyhow, but yeah, fuck yeah. This is just information that, you wouldn't know unless you dig in and find and like look into this shit, right? Unless you do the research yourself. So it's cool. And it's very well done. Well, he does a good job explaining his point. And I like the dry humor, I guess. He has very like on the nose kind of humor. But anyhow, I need to get the fuck out of here. I gotta go to work. I gotta go, start the car up and let the doggos out and do all that stuff. Pretty myself up a little bit. So thank you guys for tuning in. This will be up on the channel, and somebody remind me tomorrow to get Twitch chat working on screen again, because I have it working in like this one. Wait, is that it? Yeah, it works in this one. See? But it isn't working in this scene for some fucking reason. So I'm gonna fix that so you guys can see your chat on screen again tomorrow. That's one of my things on my to-do list. Hopefully we get live at like 3 o'clock, but I'm gonna promise 4. The hope is 3, the promise is 4, and I'll see you guys. Peace. Okay, we gotta turn off the fucking YouTube as well. Where is that? Is it this one?